Welcome everyone to part 3 of my Dragon Age Inquisition walkthrough. Today we're going to be going over 3 starting little mini quests or side quests that most people just skip over because they don't think they're worth their time. But honestly, if you go through these, you can kind of get some extra starting up stuff. They're more of a tutorial than most things, but for the armor crafting tutorial, you can pretty much end up with better armor than you start off with right off the bat, and usually it's better than the armor that I'm wearing now, which is pretty much the pre-order edition armor, which is pretty much dragon armor. You can also get especially for mages, there's a lyrium potion that you can get from doing the tutorial for the potions guy. So enjoy this video. What's your reason? Okay, for the first part, for pretty much the requisitions tutorial, you gotta go over here and talk to this person right here.
I didn't realize any of Leliana's Oxman mercenaries were still here. Well, if you want new gear, you pay for it. Oh, you're him. Thren, Inquisition Quartermaster. I'm doing what I can to supply this mess. If you find what I need to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you bringing it in.
What do you do here?
I make sure the Inquisition troops have food in their bellies and iron in their hands. Both are important. Lots of people expecting us to be heroes, marching all day to fight the demons. Turns out heroes need to dig latrines just like everyone else.
How does someone end up as quartermaster for the Inquisition?
I served for Eldon under Ten Loghain MacTier. Best commanding officer this world has ever seen. After they all turned on him at Denerim, though, there wasn't much use for people who held that opinion. Queen Honora offered my services to the Inquisition. It was a kindness. She knew I supported her father and got me away from the political garbage.
I understand Loghain joined the Grey Wardens after the Blight ended.
Yes, a mercy, people called it. Serving the Order they say he betrayed. He could have led Ferelden to greatness. Instead, he lives in exile, fighting Darkspawn until the day he dies. Can I help you with something?
What did you mean when you mentioned requisitions?
I'm making this Inquisition run with what we have, but we're not a real army. We're stretched thin on materials, so I've put up a requisition list for anything that could help our people. Here, take a look. You find some iron and a good logging site. Maybe Harriet can get our troops better weapons.
Farewell.
Make a go with.
Okay, so this first requisition that she pretty much gives you is pretty much the basic one to start off. Is Inquisition weapons. Pretty much it gives you +1 power, which you need later for doing other quests on the war map. I'll show you in a minute after we talk to the potions guy and talk to the...
You find anything we need?
So the next up is the potions guy, which is all the way over here. Jump across stuff because I don't feel like walking around. So pretty much to get this extra quest,
anything less than 8.
Fine.
you gotta talk to this guy. He's the apothecary.
Need a soul. Look who's back from the dead. Again. I shouldn't be surprised. You Oxmen are tough as old leather.
Go through basic talkings with him.
I don't recall meeting you before.
I'd be surprised if you did. You weren't particularly coherent. Someone had to patch you up after you staggered out of making those wear, though. So, you're welcome.
I didn't realize. Thank you.
Yeah, well, you can pay me back by fixing the world. Name's Zidane. I'm in charge of keeping our little band here stocked with potions and elixirs. Not that Seeker Pentagast seems to care whether we've got the supplies to actually do that.
Okay, so once you get to this little talking spot, to start the quest, all you need to do is click on where it says need any help.
Is there anything I can do to help out?
We're fine as far as raw labor goes. You've more important things to do than tend to me. I only wish I'd been able to find Master Tajin's notes. Old bastard was working on something special. He died at the Conclave, and his notes weren't here. Been too busy dealing with the wounded to look for them.
Farewell.
I'm not gonna bother talking to this guy because he's. Let's see if I can. Codex is XP. Oh, here's one. Bother to read it. Okay, let's go talk to Solus.
The
Let's see what he has
children
to
of
say.
Andraste, a blessed hero sent to save us all.
I didn't ask for this, but someone has to find a way to seal this breach.
Spoken nobly indeed. You think I'm mocking you? This age has made people cynical. I've journeyed deep into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars, both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
What do you mean ruins and battlefields?
Any building strong enough to withstand the rigors of time has a history. Every battlefield is steeped in death. Both attract spirits. They press against the veil, weakening the barrier between our worlds. When I dream in such places, I go deep into the Fade. I can find memories no other living being has ever seen.
I've never heard of anyone going so far into the Fade. That's extraordinary.
Thank you. It's not a common field of study for obvious reasons. Not so flashy as throwing fire or lightning. The thrill of finding remnants of a 1,000-year-old dream? I would not trade it for anything. I will stay there. At least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate surrounded by Chantry forces in the middle of a mage rebellion. Cassandra has been accommodating, but you understand my caution.
No one cares about you.
The giant hole in the sky trumps any other concerns. We can worry about the rest later.
Yes. Who can say what this world will look like when we are done fighting for it? But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach.
Okay, he wasn't worth talking to.
Are we going to have new verses in the Chant of Light now, the Herald of Andraste, telling what he did?
The divine.
Fuck that bitch, because she will just tell you what's around the camp. Let's talk to Varric.
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
Shit, I'm just lucky to be alive.
I'm just glad I'm still standing after all that.
I still can't believe you survived Cassandra. You're lucky you were out cold for most of her frothing rage. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
Did you stay? It's so fucking deep.
If it was that bad, why did you stay? Cassandra said you were free to go.
I like to think I'm as selfish and irresponsible as the next guy, but this... Thousands of people died on that mountain. I was almost one of them. And now there's a hole in the sky. Even I can't walk away and just leave that to sort itself out.
It's pure luck that I escaped.
Good luck or bad? You might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky... that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
Okay, now to go talk to the army.
If the Inquisition wants to field a decent cavalry, it needs better horses.
Okay, once you talk to this guy, he's going to tell you to go into these boxes anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and get that out of the way. First this box, and then this one.
Fishing around for what the higher-ups are doing.
Back in Annesburg, my uncle was 5th praetor.
Where'd he go?
And what's that mean for you back in
Okay, there he is.
Honestly,
Expected you.
Okay, so talk to this guy. He tells you
And everyone knows it.
do with.
How's the new gear fit?
Sturdy and warm. It's perfect.
Good. World's gone mad. Stock armor and blades are good against bandits, but we're not fighting bandits. My gear will see you through demons, apostates, whatever this world throws at you. So, you need custom work, something special. You bring the materials to us.
He's so fucking sharp.
Can you help improve my arms and armor?
Yes. If you find a new piece, a pauldron or greaves, we'll take care of you. You can't just slap a new hilt on your sword in the field. Bring it here, we'll make sure it's done right and proper.
If I want something, what can you make?
Start simple. Something to keep you safe. Take a look at it on the table there and we can talk. You'll need materials. You should have what you want just outside.
Goodbye.
Now that he's given me the schematic for some new armor, just go in here to craft this little table, craft armor. He gave us Defender Mail, which is already, just at its base stats of 72, is better than the DLC armor, which is base stats are 60 in the game. Which I'm not going to throw it out there where that you get that at. It's later down the road. Give out any spoilers just yet. So you need 7 metal, and also another 4 metal to be able to make this, which we got from the box. So you go in here, you have your different types. Also, the type of material you use will also change the color. Just example, you can the colors changing, but it also has its different stats. You can either use the Summerstone or the Onyx. Let's see, +1 Constitution, +2 damage percent, or +2% damage to guard and +10 health, or +1 strength, +1% chance to stagger on target. So the Summerstone is better, so we're gonna go with that because that'll give me more health. Let's see, for the second, so use some either +4% stagger on being hit, or we're just gonna do double Summerstone. That we can pretty much get like soak up all the damage.
Right.
So I'll go ahead and equip this. So it's pretty much actually the same. Well, they probably changed it, but let's see. My DLC armor has +21 fire, 21% fire resistance, but the one we just made has 40 maximum. In this case, don't really deal with fire all too often, so I'm gonna go ahead and equip the new armor I just made. Plus, this also has the slots to be able to do the pretty much upgrades to the armor, which we don't have any for right now, so unless I pick some up. Ooh, I did. So we got heavy arms. This is gonna add +3% melee damage. Put that to it too. Confirm the changes, and then back out. Let's see if I can make a better weapon. Let's see, what is the current? So the bonus one has 98 base damage. Let's see if I can make it better. Probably not. So let's just see what we. Yeah, it's not gonna make it better damage. So we're just gonna hold on to this. Okay, now we're gonna go take care of the requisition and the apothecary's little quest. Loot some chests on the way. One over here. Some Vanguard mail, which I'll probably give to Cassandra. Build-up spirits,
Because we're Templars.
What does that...
which is best for dealing with spirit-based attacks,
Yes?
usually by demons. To this picture.
I will talk to you later.
Walking...
Okay, so pretty much the 2 other quests are right here in just this little tiny area. So you don't have to really go far. Okay, so that gives me 4 iron. 5 iron. I already had some iron before starting this, so you might have to like search around a little bit more. In this area, there's generally... let's go in here, because this is where we need to go for the apothecary. You just go right over here, click the little search button, which is usually clicking the left analog stick if you're playing on one of the consoles. I'm not quite sure what it is for PC, but you'll figure out the controls. We're gonna go ahead and mine this stuff just iron later. Okay, now we need the logging stand. Also, there's some iron over here on this side of the rocks too. But we're not going to focus on that right now. We're going to head over here through these trees. And here's the logging stand. So just press whatever button, the action button is to claim that. Then we're going to also go over here a little bit. We're going to kill one of these Druffalos. These keep on respawning, but you can kill these pretty much so you can mine up or gather up a bunch of Druffalo hide for crafting purposes. We're gonna go ahead and kill one of these. Ooh. No, don't target another one. Just keep targeting the one that you're targeting. Taunt him. He didn't drop anything. Well, so much for that. I'm not gonna, for the interest of time, we're not gonna continue to kill them. But pretty much you can farm a bunch of Druffalo hide just in that little area. Gather some elf root on the way back. You need that for... Elf root's basically used for almost every potion that you... So, if you ever have the chance, I would say farm it up. That way you have some. But we're going to take a little, pretty much a shortcut back to Haven. Just jump down here. I'm just going to use my charge to make it go faster. You don't have to worry about killing anybody because they're not going to, you can't really do any friendly damage. Then once you're actually inside the doors, I think it's once you get up. Yeah, once you're inside the doors, you can't attack.
Still got...
There should be a hidden chest back here. I think I already grabbed it earlier. Nope, I didn't. Nope, I didn't. But here's some even more loot. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the requisitions person.
I spoke with Commander Cutlam. I apologize.
Up here. And then pretty much you go to the table. You select whatever requisition is that you're trying to do. And then press whatever button to craft item. And there you go, you complete a requisition. Requisitions, like I said, they give you pretty much power, and which the power will be used, which I'll explain the power later once we unlock the ability to use the war room to do stuff with the war. And then come back over here, talk to this guy.
Back. And in one piece.
Give him the notes that you got from his master or whatever.
You said you thought Master Tejan was working on something special. If it helps, I found his notes.
The old codger was on the edge of a breakthrough here, but he couldn't see it. You want some of these mixed up? You just give the word.
Farewell.
And pretty much you get the lyrium potion, which you go to this table right here to equip potions, and this one to upgrade. So, in my case, I don't need lyrium because I'm not a mage. This is for specifically for the mages, which you can give to Solus, etc. But I'm gonna go ahead and also put the regeneration potion.
Let me know if you need anything.
You can equip your whole parties from here. Corresponding button on the whichever console or PC that you're. To be able to switch. So we'll go to Solus instead of giving him the regeneration potion like I gave everybody else. Is pretty much instead. And then Varric, he'll also get the. Shouldn't need Lear.
Let me know if you need anything.
Once you've completed all those, you pretty much go over here and continue to follow the main. Go talk to, or report to Haven's chief. See what they have to say.
Does it trouble you?
Bitch, of course it troubles me, but you know what? I'll just be nice. I'm just gonna say not anymore.
It stops spreading, and it doesn't hurt.
We take our victories where we can. What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
You know what? 10 cents, Nature.
Couldn't that kind of power just make things worse?
And people call me a pessimist.
It's whatever, Cassandra. You're still a bitch. You're lucky we're even amongst you all at all.
Leader of the Inquisition's forces.
It was only for a moment on the field. I'm pleased you survived.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
You're even taller than I'd heard.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
Those are some very impressive titles.
That's an impressive bunch of titles.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know
what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
Like it fucking matters.
Can't you simply ignore them?
If only that were possible. Some are calling you, a Kunari, the Herald of Andraste. That frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
So I'm the Herald of Andraste. Again, Cornari being the Herald of Andraste.
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing.
I like how there's
They
still
have also
blood.
heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading.
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
I don't know, I like it.
I don't mind it at all.
People are
Like it to be
desperate
some-
for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign.
Or some
And to others, a symbol of
voice of some god. It works. So they're more worried about me than the breach. Okay.
They aren't more concerned about the breach, the real threat.
They do know it's a threat, they just don't think we can stop it.
The Chantry is telling everyone you'll make it worse.
There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
Fine, I'll go ahead and talk to her.
I'll see what she has to say.
You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
Okay, Cassandra, no one fucking cares. War table. The Inquisition can unlock new areas for you to explore through scouting operations. Perform the scouting operation for the Hitherlands on the Ferelden side of the war table now. Okay.
We'll post soldiers a safe distance from the temple.
Okay, this is a perfect example of the power. Pretty much when you do quests and side quests, you get power, and you pretty much use it to complete these operations. There's the specific operations, like map-based ones. There's some operations on this table that you'll see that you don't really need power for. So you'll end up gathering a lot of power and using it for other stuff. So let's see, in this case, scout the Hitherlands. Mother Giselle was last seen in the Hitherlands outside Redcliffe, tending refugees who fled the fighting between renegade Templars and apostate mages. The latest reports suggest that the vicious struggle between the two groups has spread to the Hitherland, catching the refugees and Mother Giselle in the middle. It is vital to protect her and, if possible, restore order to the area. So pretty much, you use the spies to make sure she is safe. And if you notice, just like I did, there was a little bit of a sound bug there. The arrow hit the guy before you could even hear it. But that happens. I'm sure they'll fix the game of some of the little details in the game. And there we see Mother Giselle. New area unlocked. So accept report, venture forth, gather your party. Which we don't have much, so we go with the only 3 we have for now.
Herald of Andraste. I've heard the stories. Everyone has. We know what you did at the breach. They might not know much about the Canary, but you'll get no backtalk from anyone here. That's a promise. Inquisition Scout Harding, at your service. Well, all of us here, will do whatever we can to help.
Harding, huh? Ever been to Kirkwall's Hightown?
I can't say I have. Why?
You'd be Harding and... No, never mind.
Ugh.
Pleased to meet you.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
We should get to business. The situation's pretty dire. We came to secure horses from Redcliffe's old horsemaster. I grew up here, and people always said that Dennett's herds were the strongest and the fastest this side of the Frostbacks. But with the Mage Templar fighting getting worse, we couldn't get to Dennett. Maker only knows if he's even still alive. Mother Giselle's at the crossroads helping refugees and the wounded. Our latest reports say that the war's spread there too. Corporal Vale and our men are doing what they can to help protect the people, but they won't be able to hold out very long. You best get going. No time to lose.
Okay, short little bit. 20 million feet taller than you. We'll go ahead and stop it here. That was pretty much part 3 of my multiple part walkthrough for Dragon Age Inquisition. Feel free to like this video. If you have not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel for future videos. And go ahead and leave any comments, suggestions, questions in the comment section below. As always, this is Solus Reaper signing off.